Seasoner
And go!
God, it's been a while. I banked so many episodes, and now they've run out, and I'm like, how do I do this again?
Just talk, man.
I think we do it like this. Welcome to
Second-Hand Haunting,
where we read ghost stories from a second-hand book I got from a second-hand shop and try and make sense of them.
What? Sense of what? Who? What comes next? Fun of them!
Hey!
Sense of them. Fun of them!
You got that.
Oh, I knew there was something there.
Well done. Hey, Jess.
Hello, Callum. How are you?
I'm well. Yourself?
I'm very warm and toasty, sitting right in front of the heater. Hopefully,
yeah.
you can't pick that up on a mic, but, you know, we'll be fine.
You know what? That's a very good call.
But thankfully...
There's a ghost.
There's a ghost. Thankfully, there is a mic sock on it, so I think we'll be fine.
Yes. It would probably behoove us to sit silently for 10 seconds to get some room tone, just in case. Jesus Christ.
You should leave the room tone in, please. That was only 10 seconds. That's actually quite funny.
It does feel excruciating when it's happening.
There was ghosts, what can we say?
And that might be the spookiest thing to happen this evening. Which will hopefully entail a ghost story and a tarot reading later on. Ooh. But what do you say we do a silly little ghost story first?
Yes,
yeah?
please. Let's do a ghost story.
Well, I have picked out 3 different books that you can choose from today.
Okay.
Whatever takes your fancy. We have Holy and Unholy Ghosts, A Priest's Experiences of the Supernatural by Peter Mullen, who's an English priest in the mid-century.
Like of the last 100 years?
Yeah, so I think he's operating in the 60s.
Because you say mid-century and I'm like, of the year 50?
When was it published? Published in 1995, but he was a priest for a good long while.
Okay. That's a good title, though. Holy and Unholy Ghosts.
It's good. It's good. It's way better than Shadows, Tales of South Australia's Supernatural by the Examiners. That's Xavier Minicon and Michael X. Savas.
So he read the news and then he went on to write about the ghosts of South Australia.
Hey, yes, so you know who Xavier Minicon is.
Oh, was
Yay.
it Channel 10?
I think he was the Channel 10 weather presenter.
No, wasn't he an anchor?
He might have been.
I feel like, because I shouldn't remember this, but I do vaguely remember Xavier Minicon being very front and centre in the news, but...
I don't think I wrote it down. And this is before he was doing that.
Of course, this is...
As he was getting started.
Was this his side project?
Yeah.
Are we doing your side project on Xavier Minicon's side project?
Sure, yeah. Well, technically, he's more of a guest speaker to Michael X. Savas's main project.
I see.
Who wrote, as far as I can tell, one other book, and that was Searching for Brazilian Booty.
Same, bro.
I don't want to know any more about that book.
What? I do. Where's the booty at?
Okay, fine. It was just Brazilian Booty by Michael X. Savas, and oh no.
What?
There's a quote? A pull quote from someone? A very impressive book. I almost missed my entrance. And that is from Barry Humphries.
Oh, that's a great pull quote for the book. It's a hard act to follow. What have we got?
Yeah,
What's the third book?
Well, speaking of titles, this might be the best yet. It's The Hag of the Dribble and Other True Ghosts from the Files of Elliot O'Donnell, as compiled by Bernhard J. Herwood.
Some great names here.
Yeah. Bernhard.
Yeah.
So Elliot O'Donnell was a man interested in collecting ghost folklore in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And he was a pretty good writer. And it's impossible to tell what he invented and what he didn't.
Oh, that's really cool, because I feel like, isn't that the beauty of storytelling, is that in all real life experiences there is an archetypal sort of like moment or a character or a hero's journey or a something that happens, and whether, you know, you made it up or it was a ghost, As a story, as a folk story, you know,
Yeah.
like...
Let's just say there is an awful lot of direct quotes from people who he could not possibly have spoken to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do any of them particularly jump out at you as something you'd like to hear from today?
I'd just like to note, because we are
Yes.
recording this at my house, my cat has taken his rightful spot in his little
On his
cat bed
throne.
Throne, yes. And I do want to point out that it's a monumental day, like Groundhog Day is, when the weather is so cold that he finally decides to sleep in his bed.
Yeah.
Because forever he's on the carpet or on my bed or other places. But the first day he does it in the cold seasons, it's just like, everybody, it's winter! Winter
Yeah.
is coming!
We have the exact same thing with Percy.
That's
As soon as
so
it gets
nice.
cold enough, the first day of winter,
Yeah.
where he walks up to us on the couch and jumps up on our lap. It's like,
Oh.
yay, it's winter Percy
Bless.
time! Because winter Percy is cuddly and calm. Summer Percy is a ratbag who hates the heat and wants to let everyone know he does.
Yeah, that's fair.
Love you, Percy. He's not listening.
I think I really do kind of want a South Australian story, but
We can do that.
I also like the idea of a holy and unholy ghost.
Sure. I suppose the ghosts themselves aren't necessarily holy and unholy. It's just the guy is a priest, and these are his stories from his time as a priest.
Oh, I think I want this one. I'm reading the back.
Oh.
Peter Mullen was a parish priest for 20 years. During this time, many people came to him with stories of ghosts or ghostly phenomena. Some of these experiences involved angels and heavenly beings, others featured Satan. But many of them were simply tales of ordinary people returning to the scene of their death. That's cool, bro. I'd like this one, thank you.
All right, let's do a cool story, bro. Okay, so I'll give you also the choice of 3 different stories. We have All in the Mind, ? The Suburban Devil, or The Car.
I shivered at the Suburban Devil, so I'd like that one, please.
Let's do it.
Do we need to do any, this is my guest introductions? Because we didn't do that.
No, we didn't, did we? Jess, who are you? What are you doing here?
Hello, we're friends. I don't know, what are you doing here? You're in my house.
That's true, we are. Well, I am. Yes.
My name's Jess. We're friends through mutual friends who make podcasts, and we've made
Yes.
podcasts together, and you asked me to be on your podcast one time, and I did it, and I've come back for
Yeah.
a second time.
No, I think you'll find this is your 3rd time.
Wait.
Yeah. Do you remember way back in 2024 you helped me out with the Ouija board episode?
Oh, shit, has it been that long?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe it was 2025.
Well, I'm
No,
a
2024.
returning guest.
Yeah. And then you were also there, I think you and Justin came on for... Oh, that's right.
Last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, for poor 13-year-old Amy's letter to Echo Bodine, who was going through some serious shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was very good. Also,
Oh no, I think we've just picked another story where someone's going through some serious shit.
that's what makes it fun, though.
Okay. Now, I've asked you to be on the show because of your own personal connection to spirit. Did I get that right?
That's
Yeah.
right. That is right.
So hopefully you'll have some insight into what might be happening here in the suburbs, and perhaps some things that Peter Mullen isn't aware of, being a priest in the 60s.
Yeah, organised religion and all that, you know. I feel like it limits your ability to see what's going on. So
Yeah.
that's my guess anyway.
And then you have also just started up your own tarot reading business.
I have.
And I hope to get a sneaky little tarot reading after this.
I'd be glad to.
Yes.
I'm glad that we are going to sit down and do this, because I think it's a very fun way to understand yourself and your life, and to be a bit hopeful about what's next, especially if you've got a problem at hand. And by the sounds of it, there's a problem at hand.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that.
Absolutely.
But let's see what Peter's problem is first, shall we?
Yes.
I was once a curate in the parish of Manston. Now, do you know what a curate is?
Like a curator, but like curate...
It's a priest, basically.
Okay.
It's like, priest is a pretty big...
Yeah.
It's like saying accountant. Well, are you a chartered accountant? Are you a
gotcha.
bookkeeper? Like, what are you?
We got 5 words in and you're like, do you know this word?
I should probably explain what he's doing before
Sure.
we do it, but yeah. So he was a curate in the parish of Manston, a suburb of Leeds. It was, still is, a neat, quiet, out-of-town parish, a mixture of private houses and council dwellings. One of the more agreeable pastoral jobs was to go and sit in the parish room, a part of the vicarage in which the vicar didn't live, and be on duty for marriage interviews. So if you want to get married, you go speak to the local priest, curate.
Curate, yes.
Yeah. Often, no one came, so you could have a couple of hours at your book.
Why, this sounds like you... Well,
Yeah, it does a bit. I have briefly described my particular workplace problem at the moment, and it sounds a bit like it.
Are you also a curate with too much time on your hands?
I have too much time on my hands. Couples came to put in their banns and to ask which hymns they could have. Usually 205 and 311 in Hymns Ancient and Modern, revised. But a favourite was the 1960s pop dirge, A Whiter Shade of Pale, which made the vicar turn a paler shade of death when they asked for it. And, once, A Groovy Kind of Love, which was not as kinky as it might appear, being based on a piano sonata by Clementi.
That's so funny that he's like annoyed that people are picking secular music.
Yeah.
Also,
I figured it was so many people were asking for that same song that he's like, no.
Yeah,
but I think you're right.
Yeah. Also, like a whiter shade of pale, that's kind of like a bit drab. Blah, like it kind of has that. Sorry.
I say pop dirge is a perfect description. What?
Sorry, Spirit just turned that music back on. But obviously very organ driven.
Yeah, you can play it in a church. Yeah,
Yes, you can.
Now, there was also a quick reference to putting in their banns. That's B-A-N-N-S. Now, that's the old process of having to announce your wedding in a local newspaper so that anyone had an opportunity to object.
Oh, yes. Don't they do this in, like, Bridgerton when they, like, announce it in the church and they will
I
be
expect
like...
so.
Yeah, because I think I did watch that last season and that's what that was.
Yeah. So that used to actually be like an official part of having to get married, is saying like, we don't have the internet, we don't have central records.
Yeah.
Is anyone aware of one of these two already being married? Like, you've got time to come in and object in person now.
It's like, will this be a holy union or an unholy union?
Yeah. Now, none of that's actually going to be important. So...
We just stopped to chat, nonetheless. That's what we do in this podcast.
Yep. Mostly, they came to book the wedding a year in advance because the hotels required that much notice to reserve the reception. A familiar story still. I was sitting in the parish room one Friday evening in 1971 and was getting ready to shut up shop as it was almost 9 o'clock. I assume that means PM.
Yes.
It had been a warm May day, and I had sat with the door wide open, looking out at the pink and white blossom. I must have turned my back for a moment. When I turned to face the door, I saw a startlingly elegant woman of about 50, with long yellow hair, wearing a white dress. She looked like a real-life piece of mythology.
Wow.
Could she be the suburban devil?
Well, it depends what she's doing next with the priest.
Well, she's saying something. Can I speak? She could barely talk for emotion. I gave her a chair, and she sat still and silent for a long time. Then she said, "It's my son. He's possessed by the devil."
Oh, here we go.
Certainly this was a change from, "We've booked the Manston for 3 o'clock on July 16th, so can we get married at 1:30, please?" I think I mumbled something like, "What do you mean, possessed?" Then I thought how foolish it was for a parson to say such a thing. If anyone knows what possessed means, it should be the local priest, right?
Yes, exactly.
I realised I had been like a little boy, sitting by the riverbank all those hours catching only minnows, but who now had a pike on the line and was about to make a mess of landing it. I began again. I'll come at once. Now, before we continue too far into this, he said this is one Friday evening in May of 1971. When do you think the film The Exorcist was released?
Oh, shit. I know my mum said she watched it when she was a teenager, and she was born in 62, so...
Well, that film was released in 1973, so after this event took place.
Okay, so we didn't have a pop culture reference to understand and place in the world, did we?
However, the book of The Exorcist came out on the 5th of May 1971.
Oh!
I wonder what he was just reading that day.
Yeah, okay.
So let's take all of this with a little bit of...
Grain of salt, yeah.
I also think I'll come at once is a quote from The Exorcist. I think the priest actually says that. Oh. I could be wrong. I plan to watch it this weekend and I'll confirm or deny that. I'll deny that. It's not in the film. Don't know about the book.
Maybe it's just like a gentle nod to... But okay, all right, let's examine this for a moment.
Yeah.
To have a book like this that tells stories like this... Perhaps reflectively writing it, it was like, let's pay homage, let's nod to the culture of the time.
I'm aware of The Exorcist, wink. Now let's get on with my story.
Correct. Not that we called it pop culture back then, because it was just culture, right?
Well, it was the 1960s pop dirge.
Pop dirge.
So pop was already a word.
Okay, lovely.
No, it's no good. He's not at home. That's the only reason I've been able to come out. If he knew I was here, he'd kill me. She wore a light, blossomy perfume. Her arms were bare, and she clasped them in front of herself. I asked if she were cold. She said, No, it's him. He makes me like this. I'm not usually nervous. I'm not neurotic or anything, whatever you may think.
Is this man painting a picture of a desire? Do you know what I mean? Like a fantasy? That's the word I was looking for.
He did describe her as a real-life piece of mythology earlier, so...
Yeah, what a piece of work.
No, he's English.
Yeah.
What a piece of work. Oh, God, what was that?
Look, it sounds like he's painting a fantasy here.
Does a bit, doesn't it?
A bit self-serving. Does it pass the Bechdel test? We'll find out.
Yeah. She calmed down and began to speak slowly and deliberately, as if reciting a speech she had practiced to perfection. He comes in and goes to his room. He's 19. He lights candles and sets them up in front of the mirror. I know it's a thing he learned in Borstal. He has bits of animals. It's too disgusting. He does things to his face. And he shouts and throws himself about. The door's locked and he won't let me in. Some of the noises he makes you wouldn't believe. He cuts himself.
Oh.
There's always a foul smell.
Oh.
Can you do anything, please? I'm sure he'll kill himself before long.
Sounds like he's just being a young teenage boy, like a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
But also, he's dabbling in the dark arts.
I wouldn't say there's... it's not all problematic, but the cutting himself and having bits of animals, that's not great.
But, doing things to his face, I imagine a goth kid.
Yeah, what does she mean? Just putting on makeup?
But, but in 71, a goth boy probably was just pale face and maybe a bit of eyeliner. I don't think there was that much.
Did goths exist in 1971?
Quick Google.
In my mind, that's more of an 80s thing.
Yeah, but what was the precursor to the glam rock of the 80s? It was the hard rock of the 70s.
Yeah, that's true.
So I feel like there would have been a precursor, almost like a beginning to the gothness. Sorry, we're not gothy enough to answer this question straight up, but
I'm only obsessed by ghosts, I'm not goth.
Yeah. Well, maybe in the emerging post-punk of the late 1970s, but this is the early.
Yeah, right. Not goth then. I don't know what he's doing to his face. He might just be making faces in the mirror.
Yeah, maybe.
This was no minnow. I cast around for something to say. Has he had any treatment from a psychiatrist? She coughed and gave me a disgusted look. In prison, yes.
Oh, no!
But it's not a doctor he needs a priest. He needs an exorcism.
Oh, okay.
When do you expect him back? Tomorrow? Day after tomorrow? Next week, maybe? I don't know. Let's go across to church. No! She seemed alarmed. No, I don't want to go into the church. Where do you live? Off Crossgates Lane. Let me walk home with you then. Not now, no. Can you come tomorrow? Come early tomorrow. She was pacing, her high heels clattering on the bare boards. Hey, there's not no, noir in this, right?
Yeah.
The dame with the bare arms walked into my room, says she has a problem.
Yeah. By golly, I'm gonna fix it for her.
Yeah. Won't you sit down and I'll say a prayer? She stood still, her eyes wary while I said the Our Father. I took her name and address. I made sure she had my telephone number.
No.
You will come tomorrow in the morning. I promised I would. She walked out of the door and down the path as unexceptionally as any girl come to put in the bands.
What a perv. This priest is such a perv. He's just checking out all the ladies coming in to put their bands in. Just like, hey, baby girl, where you going? What's going on?
It's weird. None of his other stories are like this. This
Really?
is so strange.
We've
yeah.
just picked an odd one then, haven't we? Suburban Devil.
Suburban Devil.
Remembering
it was
now.
always going to be the best one, right?
Yeah.
On Fridays, the vicar was in Middlesbrough at the lodge. So I spoke to him after Martin's the following day. Now that's a specific time mass. He said, you never know. It's most likely a cock and bull story. But you'd better get the exorcist in just in case. Come across to the vicarage and I'll give you his number. I had had a bad night, and that expression, cock and bull, put yet more black magic pictures in the cinematographic kind into my head.
Dude's gay.
Cock and bull. Bull, not ball. Come on, you. But yeah, you might be right. Is that what he means?
What?
I don't know. That's a normal expression, isn't it? A cock and bull story?
Yeah, bullshit.
Or is that, yeah. Or is that like a weirdly Australian thing?
Yeah, but where did we get our isms from?
Yeah,
you
true.
know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
Cockney rhyming slang too and all
Leeds
that.
priests. At the vicarage, the vicar's wife was in the kitchen. She asked me if I would like some cheese on toast. But the vicar carried on as if the question had never been put. Come into my study, Peter. Fucking rude dickhead.
Yeah.
He took a dog-eared book out of his desk drawer. There, that's the fella you want. So there really was an exorcist. The diocesan exorcist, he was called. Times change. Now there was only one exorcist for the whole diocese, whereas in the 2nd century, Tertullian had said that any Christian priest who could not exorcise demons should be put to death. Okay, then.
Well, that sounds like a lot of studying to do to become a...
Or is an exorcism just really more simple than we think it is?
Maybe, yeah.
I rang the gentleman as soon as I got home, and he arrived just before 9 o'clock. He was a swarthy miniature with a black moustache which he seemed to wear like a disguise. My eyes were immediately drawn to his huge suitcase. He would not have a cup of tea, he said in his ethereal voice. Sorry, he would not have a cup of tea, he said in his ethereal voice. So we set off at once. He walked very briskly, smoking one cigarette after another. I do like the character of this exorcist.
Yeah. Note how he's describing a woman versus how he's describing a man.
Yeah. He is at least describing both of them.
Yes. There could be bad storytelling here, but there is not, alas.
Yeah. What's the form? I mean, what will you do when we arrive? I want to hear what your Wilkie Collins heroine says first. Okay, so I had to look this one up. Wilkie Collins was the guy who wrote Woman in White, which is an early mystery novel.
So some deep cut references in here.
Yeah, I think this guy had an awful lot of time to read an awful lot of books while he was waiting for
Bands.
engaged couples, yeah. The Wilkie Collins heroine was now dressed in jeans and a sweatshirt. As soon as we were inside the house, the exorcist made the sign of the cross and invoked the name of the Holy Trinity in Latin. Now he would have a cup of tea, please.
We've proceedings. Proceed with the tea.
He's still English.
Of course, yeah. And what tea is the only tea the English drink?
Oh, it better be Yorkshire.
That's it.
He sat next to the woman on the sofa and held her hand as she told him what she had already told me. The house stank of dust and rotting vegetables. Dirty pots and pans were piled up in the sink, and there was a monotonous dripping from an overhead pipe. The exorcist said he would like to see the boy's room. There was only a bare bulb over the upstairs landing. The bathroom door was open, but the boy's door, at the end of the passage, was locked. The woman had a key. As she had said the night before, it was disgusting. It smelt of dead flesh, stale flesh, and cannabis.
Okay, alright, we're really getting some Summer of Love pagan vibes from this
Yeah.
19-year-old boy.
Now, he could just be burning sage. Smells an awful lot like cannabis.
Well, no, I would have to disagree from my expert opinion.
I haven't had much experience smelling either of them, and in my limited experience, they smell similar.
Well...
2 half-burned candles were set in front of a mirror on the dressing table. There was a dirty penknife and a pornographic magazine. He always puts what should be the worst thing at the end of the list, but it's like, oh, cannabis and porn? I mean, dude, this is the least of your troubles.
Been there, done that.
The boy's clothes were scattered all about the place, and his bed was unmade. Yeah, so it's a 19-year-old boy's room.
Yeah, it really is.
Excepting the dead and or stale flesh.
But, like, is there remnants? Are we looking at remnants of it? Are we looking at remnants of this flesh? Like, she's talking...
it's just a smell.
The guy needs to have a wash, by the sounds of it.
Yeah, you should probably clear the dirty dishes from his bedside table.
Yeah.
The exorcist again made the sign of the cross, calling out in a loud voice, "In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen." He opened his case. I was surprised to see that it really did contain bell, book, and candle. There was also a beautiful blue rosary. Hey!
I've also got to get a bell.
Well, you got bell, book, candle.
I've got the whole
I
lot.
suspect the book he's referring to is the Bible, but yeah, I'll take it.
Well, look, my bell was to sound cleanse the space.
Ah.
So maybe, he is doing the same thing.
Yeah, I expect so.
Yeah.
There was also a beautiful blue rosary, a bulky, rather savage crucifix, and a phial of holy water. He got me to hold the crucifix aloft as he walked about, sprinkling the walls with the water and commanding any evil spirits to return in the name of Christ to their own place.
The power of Christ compels you!
Well, look, if there's anything that I think he's doing right now, he's just doing some spiritual housekeeping.
Yeah.
If we take this literally, when you go in to do work like this, it's all intention-based. Maybe the fact that there's extra people in this space caring about a young man who might be a bit disillusioned or just be a young man, you know.
Yeah.
That intention can only have a positive energetic effect in the space. So far, so good. What do you reckon?
It might be nice if they'd got the son's permission to do this.
Oh,
but
yes. And if he was there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who knows when he'll return.
The devil.
What?
This is suburban devil. Maybe it's
true.
him, yeah.
Oh, the son is the devil.
Yeah.
Downstairs, the door slammed. I looked at the woman. We were both thinking the same thought. But it turned out to be the postman delivering a parcel from a mail order company. Not the devil. The Exorcist repeated the Our Father and the Gloria, and we went downstairs. I marvelled at his capacity for tea in that atmosphere.
Good man.
While drinking another cup, he noted the boy's age, name, and which Borstal he had been in.
Borstal.
Borstal.
What's that?
Borstal is a juvenile detention centre.
Wonder what shenanigans he got up to. They got him in there.
Yeah, I wonder if we find out. We might not. No, I don't think so. He inquired about the woman's husband, and she told him he was dead. Then he took a card from his pocket and said, "You have Father Peter's phone number. Here's mine."
It's like
Leave this woman alone.
well, look, she's already been spoken for once. She's probably not looking to get married again. She's had the child that she wants. This is an easy lay. Well, let's be real.
Oh, God.
1971, they were liberated women.
The summer of love has happened. AIDS hasn't yet. Oh, thank you, Father. Thank you both. Her expression was still one of terror, but her voice was all relief. The exorcist had gone about his business in such a matter-of-fact style that he might have been a salesman, his suitcase full of brushes. He smiled a lot, and that helped. He had an aura of dapper unflappability about him, which is legendarily associated with World War II fighter pilots.
I would also associate that with you, my friend.
I am not a time-travelling priest who performs exorcisms. Thank you very much.
With a beard moustache like that, perhaps.
Stop that. It's a shame that he hasn't smiled yet in the story, but I like that he's smiling. That would probably, frankly, help the situation, just to be a friendly presence.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we walked back through the shopping centre, I asked him, "What do you think, then? Is the place possessed?" It's hard to say. There's not always a clear line to be drawn. If you ask me, I'd say he's been messing about, experimenting with snippets of nastiness that he's learned in the Borstal, or else you read in the Sunday papers. His mother's a problem, though, as you saw. You will keep an eye on her, won't you? What? So suddenly we're throwing flack at both the Sunday papers and also this poor woman. Now, the Sunday papers in Britain might deserve it, but I don't know if she does.
Yeah, but also, I mean, like, keep an eye on her, like they're in on the gag that she's a hot lady or something.
Yeah. Oh, no. Probably. Yeah.
But, like...
She's a problem, yeah. She's a... in detective fiction, what's the femme fatale?
Oh, sorry,
like she's like a femme fatale or something.
Yeah, just not the dark kind, the very blonde, beautiful skinned.
Oh, well, that's the thing about a femme fatale.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know they are one until they stab you in the back.
This is true. True.
Do you really believe there are demons? He gave me the sort of look the salesman would have given me if I'd asked him whether he believed in brushes. Oh, yes. It's pretty rare, though, the real thing. There's a huge grey area involving kinky sex, people looking for a thrill, neurotics, mental illness. But yes, now and again, the real thing.
Oh, I'm into this guy. He's the real deal. He's like, clued up enough that it's like, right, people are just mentally ill sometimes and they are seeing things that are not there, aka psychosis.
Yeah.
Or yeah, they like sink so deep into their desires and fantasies and nasty, naughty little worlds that they don't know what's going on.
I do want to know what he thinks kinky sex is.
Yes.
But at the same time, I don't want to know.
Well, if we
He is Catholic.
If we to go into the iconography of the tarot for a moment, there is a card called the Devil. The Devil is on the Devil card. You are pictured shackled.
Oh.
And so that card often refers to like contracts. So like you make a deal with the devil, but often also like marriage, because you are shackled to the person. You wear a ring anyway.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
But the imagery is that you're like shackled by chains to the devil who sits above and has like an inverted pentagram above him, and it looks very horny and evil. I mean,
now when you say horny,
I mean in physical stature.
Okay.
Not in vibe. So,
jeez, I hope that one doesn't come up when we do our reading then.
So I want to say then that that's probably the like whips and chains kind of vibe.
Yeah,
It's probably
yeah,
what
yeah.
he's talking to about kinky sex.
Yeah. Now, I do worry that if he admits that there's a grey area with, say, mental illness, that his solution, at least in this situation, is still just to throw some holy water about and call it a day. But also, how much can he do if the
person in
victim
question,
is not there?
Yes. It's almost like the first meeting. It's I'm going there to provide the quote. Like I need to get the lay of the land.
Yes.
I feel like he's just setting himself up for future jobs. You know? He is really truly a salesman.
Is it? Yeah. No, spot on. Spot on.
But we're yet to really hear and understand the true sense of knowledge of this exorcist.
Well, that's the next question. What's it like, the real thing? Very, very frightening, distressing and depressing. It's like looking at nothing, emptiness. How can I explain? It's as if you're looking at evil and there isn't any good anywhere at all. You know, evil only exists as a parody of goodness. I mean, there can be lies only where the concept of truth is valued. We recognize hatred because we see it as the opposite of love, and so on. But when you see radical evil, demonic possession, if you like, it's as if there's only evil. That's what makes it terrifying. It's not some carnival devil, vampire, toad, or whatever. It removes the apprehension of all goodness and of God himself.
Ooh.
It makes you cringe and vomit. Weeping and gnashing of teeth, as it says in the Bible.
That's a great description. Because he...
Like, legit, yes.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, I feel like because I was getting the vibe like you can't have light without dark. And he made those perfect like explanations of contrast, because that's how we understand truth and lies. That's how we understand fact from fiction.
And I would even say he uses the word distressing and depressing at the start. And some descriptions of depression kind of fit that a little bit as well.
Yeah, okay.
In a bit of a like, oh mate, are you trying to exercise people who are just depressed?
Yeah.
I hope not.
Or, for God forbid, suicidal.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like you're into like self-harm territory, and then if that's the cutting, remember we mentioned the cutting?
Yep.
Maybe we just got a very mentally ill young man.
Mm-hmm. Self-medicating with marijuana.
Yeah. A sex addiction, pornography.
Yeah. Oh, I think we agree this kid needs help.
He's a regular gooner in the 1971.
Oh, Christ.
Just draw it to current day times.
The power of Christ compels you!
That can't be the episode quote, can it?
Oh, dear.
Why do you get involved with it? Do this job? I don't rightly know. Do you think you're chosen for it? He stopped and faced me by the telephone kiosk. Not chosen, Peter. Singled out. He called back at my home and I phoned a taxi to return him to his own place. He told me that most of the black magic stories you read about in newspapers are connected with a bored, rich lunatic fringe who live in the more affluent suburbs and secluded villages. It's all money, power, and perverted sex. Devilish enough, but not in the supposed sense of the world. There's a lot of blackmail and violence. They like to scare you. It's the wide range of their connections that scares me. You never know where one of them will pop up next.
I like this guy.
They're all the professions, including ours. And they get whatever they like printed in the papers.
Oh my god, this guy is spitting facts.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a certain point in my life where I would have said, okay, he's a conspiracy theorist. But no, I think I've experienced enough of the world lately to be...
Yeah.
No, he's right. The Catholic Church does harbour an awful lot of evil.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people
with power.
Yeah.
And there's
out there trying to control the narrative. And you never know where they might pop up next, as we've seen where they all were with the release of a certain set of papers recently.
Yeah, I think this guy is really on the money. I think he's got some worldly awareness and some self-awareness to understand where he fits in this space. And you know, when I feel like most people grow into an understanding of the world and how things work, you know, slowly over time, you get your heart broken, you've been betrayed, your company really doesn't care about you, they care about their profit. You know, you go through all of these experiences. This man, some people are actually just genuinely born with the understanding of all of this.
Yeah.
Do you know?
And we hope those people fight it rather than...
I have a sister like this. She just sees bullshit. She calls, you know, if you don't want to see yourself too bad, she's holding up the mirror.
Yeah.
Right? And so she can see underneath the bullshit of so much in this world. So I really admire people that do that can see that. So I'm rooting for this guy.
It is a bit of a shame that he's looking at it in the context of black magic.
Yeah.
But he is saying that most of the black magic actually is this other thing. Now, this other thing is fucking international pedophile ring, but...
Yeah. I think
his heart's in the right spot.
Yeah, I think he's kept his mind open enough to understand the different iterations of evil and how it can exist and from where you can descend from and to.
Yeah. Now, we're not quite done yet. I received startling confirmation of all this. On the following Monday, the headline in the evening paper ran, "Exorcism in Crossgates," over a picture of the diocesan exorcist. The brief story underneath was inaccurate and vague, but there could be no doubting the fact that those who were concerned with such matters wanted to leave him in no uncertainty about their knowledge of his whereabouts.
So
okay, it's getting a little more conspiratorial now.
Okay, are they like trying to out him or something? Like...
Yeah, I think the implication there is that... So, our Peter, our point of view character, has just had his eyes opened to this vast black magic conspiracy.
Yeah.
And suddenly, the local newspaper has reported on the fact that there was an exorcism that he was just involved in. And he's seeing that as like, oh my god, they found us. This isn't secret, though.
No.
You weren't sneaking about anywhere.
And it wasn't like it was as scary as it seemed. It was just an exorcist doing his job, and it wasn't the full extent of his job.
Yeah. Now, this is the 70s, where there might be a little more expectation of privacy. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, fair point. Who out of the group of people involved talked to the paper? Doesn't seem to be Peter. Doesn't seem like it would be the exorcist. Could be the other father, who's kind of vanished from the story. Could be the mother. Could be the son.
Could be the mother. I think the
But
mother.
my money's on the postman who walked in halfway through the exorcism.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
I was always thinking the mother because she's just kind of like, I don't know, come and help me out, but the son's nowhere to be found.
Oh, she's like a honeypot to draw the exorcist out into the open.
Yeah, or something. So, yeah.
Well, let's find out what happened to her, shall we?
Yes.
The woman in white left the parish not long after that. I think she remarried and went to live in Wiltshire. Anyhow, I was relieved to be rid of the matter, and since that time I have kept as far away from these issues as possible. Cowardly, perhaps, but I did not feel singled out, and I had sensed something horribly close to the emptiness of which the exorcist had spoken. It is terrifyingly true. There is weeping and gnashing of teeth. The end.
What? It ends there?
Yeah, it ends there.
What a... This priest is a bit like... This point of view, like...
I think we can at least be comforted with the fact that he didn't feel the need to then invent a big climactic confrontation with a devil-possessed son.
Yeah.
Like, I do kind of believe this all happened.
Yeah. It feels very, like, literal and above board, but to not find out the result or to ever hear from the son, like the subject in question,
Yeah.
feels like
Yeah.
you didn't actually do your job properly.
Or maybe they did. They did it perfectly. The bit of holy water and the Our Father and whatever he said in the room solved the problem. The son came back and he's fine. The end.
You're a practical man. Do you really think that was it?
No, I think that son was probably off committing crimes as they spoke and probably ended up back in prison.
Yeah.
Because the 1970s child prison system in the UK was not one focused on reform.
Yeah, okay. Well, I feel almost like that's not fair. I wanted something crazy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ah.
We got some craziness.
Yeah.
But the craziness
was
was
actually a
kind of-
dose of reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It turns out that the real evil was not the poor child in dire mental straits. It was possibly the people who made him that way.
The systems that fail you, that govern us, the world that you grow into and leave with this disillusionment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus, this one got too real.
it did.
What? How is it? We had so many options. I had like 3 different options of 3 different stories in all these books, and we managed to pick that one.
That's all right.
You must have some sort of sense for picking out really,
The
really,
real shit?
real shit somehow. So I feel like I'm in either very, very good hands for a tarot reading or very, very bad ones.
Oh, you know what? It's all about the intention with which you proceed in things in all of your life. So, as we heard from the diocesan, how do we say?
Diocesan exorcist.
Diocesan exorcist. As we heard from our exorcist, he understood that there could possibly be something wrong. He did his job. He flicked the holy water on the wall. He did what was required of him to make... Often those actions are to make the people involved feel better.
That's true. The mother may have been the problem here, and
Yeah.
after this visit, she might have calmed down and the household returned to whatever normality they had.
Exactly. So we take each case as it comes. So in the case of Callum and his life,
Yeah, that'll be coming up soon.
I will read you,
Yay!
as the kids say, for filth. Read you for filth. So, which means to say, I'll hopefully read you as accurately and literally in your life experience right now as possible.
Sounds good. But before we get on to that, we've got some awards to give out. Which I totally forgot to remind you.
Yes,
Because
that's
I totally
right.
forgot about them up until this point as well. But
Okay.
we need to give out an MVP award to the most valuable person, poltergeist, priest. And we also need to give out a word award to any particularly fun words that came up in
Okay.
today's episode.
Well, Without a doubt, MVP has got to be the Exorcist.
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
He was a real true king of the story. He really was like a practical, worldly man who understood all the facets of the work that he was doing, from the little jobs to the big ones. So MVP goes to our Exorcist.
I'll chuck in my MVP while
Sure.
we're here, because I will also say that my MVP is The Exorcist, or rather, the writer of the book The Exorcist, which came out the same month that this story took place.
Yeah.
So that's William Peter Blatty. Thank you, William, for putting that particular obscure facet of Catholicism out into the world for us all to enjoy.
For inspiring our author today.
Yes.
Is what you're trying to say.
Yes. Now, word award. It sounded like you had one.
No, I was just trying to remember. I might have to flick through.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to do so.
We did pause on a couple and discuss them at length, but I will have a flick through.
We did, and I do like to award educational words.
Yes.
Page 36. You're also welcome to award it to a phrase.
Okay.
If you want to, cock and bull or diocesan exorcist or something.
Yes. Cock and bull. Cannabis.
Cannabis.
Not often pops up in a ghost story.
No, it really doesn't. I feel like it does pop up in 2 of his stories, though.
Okay. Maybe he was smoking a bit while he was writing. You know, all pretty regular words going on here, except for a few specific words of the time and the location.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, the language changes with the times. That's why we pick one.
yeah, this is true.
You're also allowed to say, none of those words took my fancy
No,
whatsoever.
I wanna. Oh, weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Weeping and gnashing of teeth, which I believe is a quote from the Bible, and I did not look it up.
Yeah, and that's fine. But weeping and gnashing of teeth, I almost wonder. I want to say that this Peter Mullen, who wrote this story, was an average writer at best, because there was not one, like metaphoric turn of phrase or point of view as I'm flicking through this.
It did feel like he was cribbing other people's style a bit.
Yeah, and he was just telling chronologically or factually. The only creativity he got was when he described the lady.
Yeah. I appreciate him. I would still call him a writer, though.
Oh, yeah.
Not a particularly remarkable one, but certainly one.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to give it to the Bible, weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Oh, the Bible. I think I'm awarding it to bands.
Yes.
Just for... It's not really a word we use anymore.
Yeah.
It's not really a process that happens anymore, but there you go. The old process of publicly announcing your wedding to make sure everyone's got an opportunity to say, "Oi, excuse, no.
Yeah.
He's already married to me."
It's all the mother-in-laws being able to be like, "That's my boy."
Yeah, a little bit of showing off there, I think. You're right.
Yeah. Or just be like, "No, you can't marry that harlot."
There is also a certain amount of, there is a wedding happening here from these people you might know, and, oh, you haven't been invited?
Yeah, it's a bit showy, isn't it? Yeah.
This is Britain we're talking about here.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Well, Jess, thank you so much for coming on to the show. I'm sorry we ended up with another somewhat distressing story.
Oh, no, I felt like I wanted some action. I didn't know, I was waiting for something crazy to go on, but no, that's like, I feel really satisfied in knowing that there was an exorcist of that time with that sort of understanding of the world, whether or not Peter made him up.
I'm glad you said it, because I was going to. Well, I think that'll about call it for the story portion of the evening.
Yes.
But stay tuned next week for a bonus episode of Second-Hand Haunting. Hey, well done.
Thank you.
This week's story from Holy and Unholy Ghosts by Peter Mullen. Episode edited by Callum Patrick for the Peas Inner Podcast Network. Also, if you like this, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a review.
The power of Christ compels you!